Hello, and welcome to an episode of the PowerPC Guy. In today's episode, we're going to upgrade the RAM in this late model 2005 Mac Mini G4. There's going to be an upcoming review of this machine. I hope to give you some helpful information on it, including benchmarks, usefulness in today, here in 2020. But first, I thought it might be helpful to have a short clip upgrading the RAM inside of this Mac Mini. So we'll take a look at that. We'll open the case, take a look at the inside, max out the RAM. First, a little background information. The Mac Mini G4 originally came equipped with 256 megabytes of PC 2700 DDR SRAM running at 333 megahertz. In July 2005, Apple spec bumped all the Mac Mini G4s to come standard with 512 megabytes, which is the configuration for this Mac Mini here in front of us. The Mac Mini G4 can go up to a total of 1 gigabyte of RAM, and it would be really nice if these machines could go higher. Mac OS X, especially 10.5 Leopard, really likes RAM, and gigabyte is good. 2 gigabytes would be great on these older G4 PowerPC Macintoshes. But in any case, 1 gigabyte is maximum, and we're going to go to that. One of the main reasons for this, and this is kind of interesting, the Mac Mini G4s use standard desktop size RAM modules, 184-pin DIMMs. Newer Mac Minis, once Apple transitioned away from PowerPC to Intel processors, they started using these smaller laptop-size 200-pin SODIMMs. And you get an idea on a compact computer, such as the Mac Mini G4, which this particular computer, all Mac Mini G4s came with one RAM slot. Well, you get one slot, one stick of RAM. In the same computer, or with better engineering, you get these smaller SODIMM RAM modules. You can easily see how you could fit double the amount of RAM using the same amount of space in one of these computers. So that's a little bit of information on this G4. Let's go ahead, open it up, and max out the system memory. Before we open up the Mac Mini G4, just wanted to show you about this Mac. Again, there you can see 1.5 gigahertz PowerPC G4, which is the top-of-the-line processor for the Mac Mini G4, and it's currently equipped with 512 megabytes of DDR SRAM. So there's the current configuration. Let's get started and upgrade the memory. So to begin the upgrade, I'm going to flip over the Mac Mini G4 and place it on a soft cloth. This just helps prevent any scratches to the top of the case. And to begin our upgrade here, we'll start by gently prying open the case with a putty knife. Starting in the right-hand corner here, insert the putty knife. And the goal is there's plastic tabs in here, and we're going to slowly work the putty knife along the perimeter. There you can see it's starting to lift up here till all the plastic tabs are released. And that's going to allow us to have access to the inside of the Mac Mini. You can see it's a little bit of a tough process. I believe this is the first time that this particular Mac Mini has ever been opened. And of course, it doesn't help when I end up closing it on itself. And there you can see we're almost there. Rotate it here, front, pry up here on the side, and I believe that's going to probably do it. And there we go. The top is removed. Set that to the side. And here is the inside of the Mac Mini G4. And here on the side is our RAM slot with the 512 megabytes installed in it currently. On the top we have a super drive, slot loading. Here's the speaker. And around the side, underneath here, I believe that's the fan for the processor. And that's about it. It's really amazing, even 15 years later, just how much technology is jam-packed in a pretty small computer. So let's continue our upgrade here. Before we remove the RAM module, there's a little antenna here. You can just gently pry that up and set that to the side. Otherwise, it's going to prevent the RAM module from coming out. And on either side of the RAM DIMM are these two retaining tabs. We're just going to push those back, and the RAM will automatically start popping out here. You may find it necessary to push this front I/O panel, or I'm sorry, the back I/O panel out of the way to release the second tab. And in doing so, we can remove the current memory module. Just pull up and away. And there you have it. Here's the stock 512 megabytes of RAM. Remove that. And in its place, here is the new RAM module. This is a 1 gigabyte stick of RAM. It's from Crucial, PC 2700 DDR SRAM, running at 333 megahertz. And for what's worth, this is lower latency. It's a cast rating of 2.5, so hopefully just helps make the computer that much faster. So to do that, we're just going to line up this middle marker here on the RAM. Line it up here with the tabs, and we're just going to go ahead and press that down. Clicks in place. Make sure these tabs here are secured, and they are. And go ahead and reattach this antenna. Right about there. Tuck that wire in. Make sure that doesn't get caught in the case. I think that'll work. And there you have it. RAM is installed. And at this point, all we have to do is reattach the case. To line up the case here. Flip it over, might make it a little bit easier. And I'm just going to press down and reseat all those clips. And there we go. Okay, we have our Mac Mini G4 reassembled. Before we launch into about this Mac and check what System Profiler has to say, which hopefully it's showing the full 1 gigabyte now, a helpful tidbit on reassembling your Mac Mini G4. You may notice when you reassemble the computer for the first time that there's a gap, a space here in the case from the top portion, and especially noticeable here with this back portion of the computer. For mine, had a little bit of a gap there. To rectify that, I got my putty knife back out, separated the top piece from the bottom part of the Mac Mini, and when reattaching everything, I started by lining up this cutout here on the top portion of the panel with this back I/O section, and started by compressing these parts of the Mac Mini together, and then I worked myself around the outside perimeter of the Mac Mini G4, and looks pretty good here. So hopefully a helpful tidbit for you on reattaching your Mac Mini G4. And there you have it. 1 gigabyte of RAM is recognized by macOS 10 in this Mac Mini G4. Our upgrade was a success. Checking System Profiler, again we can see 1 gigabyte of RAM is installed by the computer. And here on memory, interesting note, this is supposed to be PC 2700. It's showing as PC 3200, which again, PC 3200 is backward compatible. I'm not sure why it's showing as PC 3200. However, my understanding is that even PC 3200 RAM will operate at the reduced PC 2700 speeds of 333 megahertz. But in any case, we've doubled the RAM in our Mac Mini G4. Should certainly provide a good performance boost. All right, and that's the end of this video. We've successfully upgraded the RAM on this Mac Mini G4 from 512 megabyte to 1 gigabyte of DDR SRAM. should make a nice performance boost to this computer. Mac OS will certainly benefit from that additional RAM in this older PowerPC G4 based computer. Wanted to thank you for watching this short video. Hope it was of help to you. Stay tuned for future videos, including a review of this Mac Mini G4. Hope to have that on YouTube here in the near future. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, give a thumbs up, and if you would be so kind as to consider subscribing to the channel. That way you'll be notified when there are additional videos uploaded. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, we'll have that in-depth review. That'll include several performance benchmarks, as well as showing just what a vintage PowerPC Mac, such as this Mac Mini G4, can still do here in 2020. That's 15 years since this machine was originally released by Apple. And while it's certainly not up to speed of current Intel Macs, these things can still be very usable machines, even 15 years later. So stay tuned. Thanks again for watching, and hope you have a great day.